to tell you about these companies that I found out about, and they're really good. Well, I don't really know much about them, but I do use my discernment to tell me if they are legitimate and for real. Okay, so in my other video, I told you guys about Canva and how you can possibly make some money through them by submitting your photos. And I'm going to, I will post the link for you just below. And so I wanted to let you guys know about, okay, so you guys, if you guys go into my store, you'll see like a lot of stuff that I've been putting up, like a lot of graphic pictures, right? No, not graphic like in, bad. I'm talking about graphic art pictures. So I've used, like you know how when you create something, you have to protect it, right? So you've got to copyright it. So I found a copyright company, and you can copyright. They have like free services and paid services, right? So they're very generous, and you're allowed to copyright. I don't know much about technology, like computer technology, right? But you're allowed to copyright a certain amount of, what is it called, guy? Gigabytes or whatever? Anyway, but anyway, I've been copywriting everything that you see in my digital store. It's all been copyrighted, and I've got my copyrighted information or whatever, the seal from this company. So if for you guys who have work, like music or an ebook or artwork or photography or things that you have actually made, like jewelry, or like some people make like woodwork, whatever you create, right? You can copyright that because they have a list of things, they have a list of they have a gallery, not a gallery, like they just have a list of terms that you click on to copyright whatever you have created or taken a photo of or whatever. So I wanted to give you guys that information. And there's also another company where you guys can create not a copyright, a disclaimer for your website. Okay, so you can protect yourself. All right, so the disclaimer, to protect yourself from, if somebody's going to be using something on your website and for some reason it doesn't work out for them, you can protect yourself and tell them, okay, well, you agreed to buy this product or whatever, and I mean, you're not being malicious, right? But this is a very normal thing that you have to put a disclaimer, right? These are things that the person is going on your website by their own choice, and by their own choice they're choosing to use your services, right? And so you're not responsible for if they're not happy or whatever. You understand? Okay, so that I think there's also, you can also copyright the first one. You can also copyright certain pages. Well, not certain pages, but whatever pages you would like to copyright on your website. And I also found another site yesterday where you can copyright your whole website. So I'm still trying to figure out how that one works, because I was on the page last night and I didn't understand where you go to perform the action that will generate the information for you to copyright your website. So I'm going to have all that information for you right below. And yeah, okay guys, because I wanted to, whenever I find something that I'm using, because I'm using these services, right? I'm using these services, and I'll tell you guys which ones, like specifically, I am using. Like the one that you can copyright your website, that one I just found it last night, so I haven't figured it out like I just said, but I'm using the other two, right? And I'm also using Canva. Canva also has, it's that company where the one that I told you about, where you submit your photos to, and you can make money off of them. They have a library with millions of pictures. They're free. Some of them are free and some of them are paid. The paid ones are $1. You can pay to use them for $1, and but you have to also be careful, because you cannot use their photos for you to resell them. They do have a licensing agreement. They have, I believe, 2 of them. Okay, but you would have to contact them directly and tell them, you want to use their photos, whichever photos you want to use, and that how do you go about, signing up with one of their agreements in order for you to make money. Okay, because you need to ask permission, okay, before you use any of their photos. Whether they're free or paid, you have to ask permission. Okay, guys? So, just be very careful about that sort of thing. Alright guys, so, oh yeah, Canva's also where I've been so I will sometimes get, like, there are some other graphics, some other photos that I've used on my website, you know, just, I mean, I use that on my blog, you know, like I have, on one of my pages, I have a great big giant orange card that says thanks or thank you. That's from Canva. Okay, and there's a few other graphics that I've used from Canva. I don't sell those. Okay, that's just, you're allowed to use them on your website to promote yourself, or just, you know, just say, hey everybody, how are you? Right, so stuff like that. Okay, but remember, you cannot sell their stuff without their permission. Alright, so I'm going to go now, and I will continue to post things for you guys, because I know that a lot of the things that I use, many of you guys are using them too, will need them. And so I'm going to continue doing my research and finding out more useful information for you guys. And even for people who don't have websites, I'm going to find things that nowadays, they're called life hacks. You know, things that we find out uses for that we didn't know they had uses for, okay? So I'm going to be posting things like that, okay? That will help you and help me too. Okay guys, love everybody, I gotta go, and I'll see you later.